This is how rich Arab princes spend their money. From luxury supercars to diamond-studded watches, beachfront palaces, and pet lions as status symbols. But here's what might surprise you. They're not just throwing money around. They're crafting a lifestyle that blurs the line between royalty and billionaire celebrity. So, how does a modern-day Arab prince flex his wealth in 2025? Let's start with the prince who's made headlines more times than we can count. Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, aka Fazza. He's not just the crown prince of Dubai. He's also the ultimate symbol of luxury meets legacy. Horseback riding on a private beach and checking the markets from a gold-plated guaga. Yeah, that's how this man rolls. Let's talk about cars. Foda's garage isn't just a showroom, but a statement. From seeing the Lamborghini Veneno, Ferrari LaFerrari, McLaren P1, Rolls-Royce Phantom, and oh, he doesn't just own a Mercedes G-Wagon, he owns a golden one customized down to the rims. But get this, his G63 AMG 656 isn't even street legal in most countries. But in Dubai, it turns heads on every road like it's part of a movie set. And yes, he's often seen drifting it in the desert. Fazza is also into hyper-rare off-road beasts, including a Brabus 800 Adventure XLP, a powerful ride that looks like it was built for the apocalypse. And then there's the Devil 16, a prototype car made in the UAE that has a claimed 5,000 horsepower. It's a rocket with wheels. Next up, watches. When Fazza checks the time, he's not pulling out an iPhone. He's flashing a Richard Mille, a PC Felipe, or one of the Rolexes that cost more than your entire house. Some of these watches are valued at over $1 million, and he owns dozens. But here's the twist. Fazza doesn't just buy watches for flexing. Many rare collector's editions are appreciated faster than most real estate portfolios. One of his prized pieces is a Richard Mille RM56 and Aero 2 Sapphire. A watch with a completely transparent case made from pure sapphire crystal. Watch twice? Speaking of travel, Fazza doesn't book first-class flights. He flies in his private jet, typically a Boeing 747 or a Gulfstream G650 customized to royal standards. The interior, gold-trimmed ceilings, luxury leather seating, and an onboard shower spot. He's been spotted landing in Switzerland for a ski trip, only to fly back to Dubai the next morning for a camel racing tournament. That's the definition of on the go. Now, let's talk about real estate. You might be one of the people who probably think this is their wealth source. Well, let's see. Look, the crown prince doesn't live in a normal home. We're talking palaces overlooking the Arabian Gulf, private islands and estates with private stables, indoor pools, and helipads. One of his most famous properties is a massive desert mansion where he hosts VIP guests, royal meetings, and sometimes his exotic pets. Yeah, you heard that right. His pets. Camels, falcons, lions, tigers. You name it, he probably has it. He once casually posted a video walking alongside a lion. No leash, no security, just vibes. It's not unusual for him to casually share an Instagram story riding a camel in traditional robes one day, then diving into the ocean with skydiving gear the next. That's the thing. Fazza lives at the intersection of ancient Emirati tradition and modern billionaire swagger. And then there's the yacht. Because of course, there's a yacht. This floating palace features multiple bedrooms, a full kitchen, a hot tub, and a mini theater. Perfect for cruising the coast of the UAE or hosting a private party with royalty and celebrities alike. But that's not even the wildest part. This yacht has a built-in garage for jet skis and a helipad. So yes, you can land a chopper on the boat, hop onto a jet ski, and ride to shore like it's a scene out of a movie. And don't forget the amphibious cars. Fazza owns several custom vehicles that can switch from driving on land to floating on water. One is a Panther water car, a luxury amphibious vehicle that goes from sand to sea in seconds. Sounds like something James Bond would drive. Well, Fazza is living it. But it's not all just toys and flexes. What sets Fazza apart is his accessibility. Despite the insane wealth, he's incredibly active on social media. His followers don't just see the glitz. They see the discipline, the workouts, the desert rides, and behind the scenes at major royal events. He even writes poetry under Fazza, and his verses are read and respected across the Arab world. That duality, royal luxury, and cultural depth keep him iconic. And let's not ignore the influence. Fazza has millions of followers, and with one post, he can sell out brands, break tourism records, or inspire thousands to take on a new hobby. That's real power. And before we forget, let's talk about his entourage. We're not talking bodyguards and assistants. His inner circle includes Olympic-level athletes, falconry champions, world-class photographers, and tech entrepreneurs. Being around him is like stepping into a real-life Ocean's 11 in robes and supercars. And just when you think it couldn't get more cinematic, here's more. In just a few seconds, we'll show you the rare $3 million luxury watch Fazza only wears during royal celebrations and the private zoo where he trains his falcons for competition. Let's start with that watch. It's the PC Felipe Grandmaster Chime, one of the most complicated and expensive wristwatches in the world. This timepiece features a reversible case, dual dials, 20 complications, and a minute repeater that chimes with different melodies depending on the occasion. You see, there are only a handful of them in existence, and Fazza's is fully customized, engraved with the Dubai royal crest, and presented to him during a private family ceremony. And he doesn't wear it casually. This watch only comes out during national celebrations, royal weddings, and private events with heads of state. It's not just a watch, it's a legacy on his wrist. Now, let's talk about his private zoo. Most people take their kids to a petting zoo with goats and maybe a turtle, Fazza. He walks through enclosures filled with white lions, Bengal tigers, cheetahs, and exotic birds that can only be found in deep parts of Africa and Asia. One of his favorites is his champion falcons. Falconry is a revered sport in the UAE, and Fazza's falcons are trained by elite handlers using VR goggles and treadmills for birds. These birds don't just hunt, they race at speeds of up to 240 km/h and compete in international tournaments. The prize money is sometimes in the millions, and when his falcon wins, that bird gets a private jet ride back to Dubai. Because of course it does, but here's the part most people miss. Fazza doesn't just buy these things for fun, he builds ecosystems around them. His private zoo also funds wildlife conservation projects. His car collection helps support regional design and engineering. His social media isn't just flexing, it's shaping Dubai's global perception. He's a lifestyle icon, but also a cultural ambassador. And here's something even crazier. His lifestyle has started to influence other royals and billionaires. You'll notice an increase in elite safari travel. High-end falconry experiences in Europe and custom-built desert compounds are being advertised to foreign buyers. Fazza's way of life is no longer just royalty. It's becoming a trend. And if you're wondering how he balances all this, the answer is discipline. He's up before sunrise for training. He rides horses for hours in the heat. He's constantly reading, studying, meeting global leaders, and investing in tech, culture, and education. His wealth isn't just inherited, it's amplified, and it shows. Remember that six-wheeled golden wagon we talked about earlier? He once used it to deliver supplies, personally during a local crisis. The man who owns private islands still pulls up for his people like a true leader. So, what's next for Fazza? Rumors say he's backing a multi-billion-dollar green energy project to transform the UAE into a leader in sustainability. Others say he's looking at launching a luxury brand inspired by Emirati heritage. Think robes lined with silk, infused with odd fragrance, and stitched with gold thread. Whatever comes next, you can bet it will break the internet. But this lifestyle, the luxury, the discipline, the heritage, it's not just Fazza. Other Dubai royals are living just as boldly with private jets shaped like sharks, underwater bedrooms, and personal fleets of Bugattis. And if you're curious to see how another influential Arab prince from Dubai lives his day-to-day life, you're in for a treat. Click the video popping up at the top right corner of your screen. It'll take you deeper into the world of royalty, where the money flows like oil and every day looks like a scene from a Hollywood blockbuster. Because this is how rich Arab princes spend their money. And trust me, you haven't seen anything